Part 14. Super God System becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Shu Xiangzike. Chapter 131. 3 days later. Next to the dark cave on the back hill of the school, Chu Wei performed the great devouring skill, and the spiritual energy within 1,000 meters around him was sucked up by Chu Wei again. A strong spiritual energy fluctuation immediately appeared on Chu Wei's body, which was a precursor to his promotion to the realm of superpowers. Chu Wei's whole body shook, and the powerful spiritual energy raged around like a storm, blowing the surrounding trees, constantly shaking. Boom! With a loud noise, Chu Wei, who was originally sitting, stood up, and the surrounding trees and stones were all crushed into pieces by the spiritual energy storm at this moment. Chu Wei successfully promoted and entered the realm of superpowers. Ding! The host has entered the realm of superpowers. Ding! The system detects that the host has entered the realm of superpowers, and has cultivated to obtain superpowers, dark water. The latest panel of the host is as follows. Strength, 100 points, and the attack power that can be caused is 10,000 kilograms. Note, the host has opened the physical limit of the new realm, and the extraction of organisms will continue to increase the strength attribute points. Physical strength, 80 points, can defend against attacks below 8,000 caddies. Note, when it reaches 100 points, the physical strength exclusive skill will be enabled. Agility, 61 points, 32 attacks per second. Spirit, 10 points. Can clearly feel all movements within 10 meters. Wisdom, 15 points. Note, the host can consume wisdom points to obtain various professional knowledge, and can also use wisdom points to ask questions to the system. Spirit value, 00,000/8 million. Current level 1 realm of the superpower. Main attribute points, 11 points. Only 11/100 is needed to upgrade the next version of the system. Host superpowers, red lightning, fire, dark water. Host physique, half dragon man. Host skills, spiritual finger gun, suction forbidden hand. Host exclusive skills, arm of strength. Host equipment, chopping knife, steel and wood armor. Host consumables, chi and blood pills, fire phoenix blood pills, blood recovery pills, and a self-destruct rune. Host occupation, second level equipment refiner, first level array carver. Chu Wei can feel that his fist is about twice as strong as before when he makes a fist. After entering the realm of the superpower, the original limit of 10,000 jin of physical strength has been broken, and Chu Wei's fist now has at least 30,000 jin of strength. Moreover, Chu Wei can obtain strength attribute points again. You should know that although 1 point of strength attribute point only has 100 jin of strength, it can achieve a terrifying effect after the addition. It can be said that if it is an ordinary superpower master, his strength after the addition of spiritual energy is only 30,000 jin, but Chu Wei's 100 points of strength attribute value after the addition, plus the original strength is a full 100,000 jin of strength. This is already 3 to 4 times the same realm. With such a strength addition, even if Chu Wei's superpower is not very powerful, he can still kill the opponent with one punch after getting close to the brute force. Of course, the biggest effect of entering the realm of superpower is not the increase of strength, but the acquisition of superpowers. Chu Wei's body shook, and suddenly, Chu Wei's body was covered with a layer of dark liquid like ink. This is the superpower that Chu Wei obtained by practicing the great devouring technique to enter the realm of superpowers, dark water. Let's see what it is useful for. Chu Wei moved his hand, and these liquids immediately condensed in Chu Wei's hand, and slapped a stone in front of him. In Chu Wei's eyes, this stone that was as tall as a person was actually melted directly by these liquids. Is this superpower used to melt objects? If it is just melting, then it seems that it has no power. Chu Wei was a little dissatisfied. The fire superpower and red lightning superpower he had before could easily turn the stone in front of him into powder, so the newly acquired dark water superpower was not outstanding in terms of power. Or try to see if it can melt weapons. Chu Wei took out some raw materials for making weapons, which was a piece of gold and iron, very hard. Even Chu Wei's fire superpower would take a long time to melt it. Super God system becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Xu Xiangzike. Chapter 132. However, when the liquid on Chu Wei's hand just touched the piece of gold and iron, the piece of gold and iron was melted directly like a piece of fragile tofu. Chu Wei was slightly stunned. The hardness of gold and iron can be compared with all first-level weapons. It seems that the ability of dark water is enough to melt all first-level weapons. Not bad. Then Chu Wei took out another piece of blue gold. Blue gold is a material used to make second-level weapons. The texture is several times harder than gold and iron. If dark water can melt this piece of blue gold, it means that this ability can melt almost all second-level weapons, including the slashing knife that he had refined. In Chu Wei's eyes, dark water wrapped the blue gold, and then the blue gold began to melt. Although it did not melt as fast as gold and iron, it melted all in just a dozen seconds. Chu Wei was delighted and looked at the black liquid in his hand. The power of this dark water is very strong. It can actually melt second-level materials. Then Chu Wei summoned the other two superpowers in his body. He had dark water in his right hand, a ball of lightning in front of his chest, and a ball of fire in his left hand. So far, Chu Wei has three superpowers, of which the most powerful is of course the newly acquired dark water. The second is red lightning, which is fast and much less lethal than dark water. The third is fire, which is less powerful, but has a larger range and consumes less spiritual energy. These three superpowers can be regarded as their own specialties. If you encounter a powerful enemy, you can use dark water to sneak attack. Since dark water can melt the second-level materials, it is probably enough to melt all people in the realm of superpowers. With this superpower, it is probably enough to kill masters in the realm of awakeners in seconds. If you meet that short and fat Li Long again, Chu Wei will not fight so hard. One dark water will melt him directly without leaving any bones. If you encounter an opponent of similar strength, Chu Wei can fight with red lightning, which can quickly resolve the battle, and the spiritual energy consumption of red lightning is much smaller than that of dark water. If you encounter opponents who are worse than you and want to beat you up, then you can use the fire ability, and the fire will burst out, burning them to ashes. Putting away all the abilities, Chu Wei smiled contentedly and walked back to the school. In the past 3 days, Chu Wei not only entered the realm of supernatural power from the 9th level of spiritual energy, but also many other things happened in the meantime. For example, after Chu Wei taught Zhao Zhonggang a lesson at number 16 Street 3 days ago, many girls came to confess to Chu Wei, and the confession letters on Chu Wei's seat in the classroom now filled up the entire drawer. Just because Chu Wei, who changed his hairstyle, is so handsome. For example, the noodle shop opened by Aunt Lu is related to Chu Wei, so many people who admire Chu Wei go there to eat every day. It seems that Aunt Liu's noodle shop has become a place for internet celebrities to check in. And Chu Wei is definitely a popular internet celebrity in Taiyuan City in recent years. His information and achievements are everywhere. The funniest thing is Tang Chao from Chu Wei's dormitory. He actually created a public account on the internet, and he updates Chu Wei's daily life every day. However, he actually has more than 100,000 fans. And these fans look forward to his updates on Chu Wei's daily life and photos every day. In short, Chu Wei is really popular in Taiyuan City now. The days passed one by one. In the blink of an eye, half a month has passed. During this period, Chu Wei's plan to break the seal in the mutant forest was also proceeding in an orderly manner. Chu Wei has almost collected all the materials for breaking the formation. Only the last one is left, which is also the most difficult one. It can be regarded as a super large spiritual stone of the 4th level material. However, there will be news about this material in a few days. This material will be given to the champion as a reward in the joint school competition. Hearing this news, Chu Wei smiled. He has no rivals in Taiyuan City, let alone those classmates in the school. He is sure to win this championship. So, 3 days later, all the participating students from Taiyuan City began to make active preparations, because tomorrow they would be led by the principal himself to participate in the competition. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Super God system becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Xu Xiangzike. Chapter 133. Chu Wei's dormitory. Brother Chu, you are going to participate in the competition tomorrow. I wish you win the championship, Zhou Fei said. Li Chen rolled his eyes at the moment. Brother Chu, are you going to participate in the competition? That's just bullying the kids, okay. For a king level like Brother Chu, no matter which school the students are from, they are all bronze in front of Brother Chu. That's right, when Brother Chu becomes the king, who can compete with him? The title of champion is not challenging at all. I think we should guess if anyone can get past Brother Chu. Tang Chao also came over. Chu Wei shook his head helplessly. It seems that his status as the king in the eyes of these roommates is unshakable. Brother Chu, you said you are going to participate in the competition tomorrow. Don't you have any bold words to say? Tang Chao asked. What can I say about going to beat a group of kids? Chu Wei said lightly. Everyone in the dormitory was stunned. The only one who dared to call all the students from other spiritual cultivation schools kids was probably Chu Wei in front of them. 6666. Brother Chu. Brother Chu, you are so good at pretending to be cool. This is the high-end pretending mode. I thought you could only become stronger. Brother Chu, this is called pretending to be cool? It's obvious that your strength doesn't allow you to be low-key, okay. Looking at the people in the dormitory talking to each other, Chu Wei shook his head helplessly again. These guys either think about pretending to be cool or talk about women every day. They just don't know how to become stronger. After chatting with everyone for a while, Chu Wei prepared to wash up and go to bed early today. Tomorrow he will go to other towns to participate in the competition. Chu Wei is still a little excited. It has been more than 2 months since he came to this era. Chu Wei has never left Taiyuan City. Chu Wei often sees on the internet that those big cities are different from the Taiyuan City where he lives. Especially the largest imperial capital among the big cities. The imperial capital is full of hundreds of floors of buildings, like steel behemoths. The latest weapons that protect the imperial capital include Aura warships, Aura fighters, and other Eastern Union countries' highest technology combined with Aura. It is rumored that these weapons can even repel those mutant beast kings with overwhelming power. It is really a very powerful weapon. After washing up, Chu Wei went to sleep on his bed. Just after falling asleep, ding. The system detects that the host is about to travel far away. The system opens the 9-story Extreme Training Tower to help the host improve his strength. The 9-story Extreme Training Tower will be open soon. The countdown starts 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Before Chu Wei had time to ask the system what happened, Chu Wei felt that he was sucked into a wonderful space like a dream. When Chu Wei opened his eyes, it was like coming to another world. There were stars everywhere around him. When Chu Wei looked up, he found that the sky was the pattern of the solar system. A fiery red sun was in the center, surrounded by 8 planets, 66 satellites, and countless asteroids. And the Earth where he was the blue one among the 8 planets. Chu Wei had seen the pattern of the solar system before, but this time when he saw the solar system appear above his head like the sky, Chu Wei felt that it was really spectacular. Ding. System prompt: the 9-story extreme tower will appear soon. Chu Wei was slightly stunned, and then Chu Wei felt that the space began to vibrate, and saw a tower spire emerging from the bottom in the distance, and then the tower spire grew wildly like a sapling. In a few breaths, the tower spire turned into a building with a height of 1 kilometer and 9 floors, and the appearance was like a pagoda. Ding. System prompt: the 9-story extreme tower has appeared. The 9-story extreme tower is a dream space created by the system. The host comes to this space with consciousness, just like dreaming. Super God system becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Shu Xiangzike. Chapter 134. The 9-story extreme tower is a dream space created by the system. The host comes to this space with consciousness, just like dreaming. The host enters the extreme tower and will get rewards by defeating the lord guarding each floor of the tower. At the same time, killing the monsters in the tower will obtain various attribute values, and there is a certain chance to get artifacts. Each time the host enters the extreme tower, it takes 2 hours. After 2 hours, the host consciousness will return to the real world. If the host dies in this space, he will return to the real world in advance. Excuse me, host, do you know the rules? Chu Wei nodded. Isn't this just like brushing a game copy? Ding. System prompts that the rules have been explained and the 9-story extreme tower is officially opened. As the words of the system fell in his mind, the pagoda tens of thousands of meters high in front of Chu Wei suddenly boomed, the bottom layer was opened. Chu Wei looked at the open door of the pagoda. This door was definitely the largest door Chu Wei had ever seen. It was larger than the largest football field. You could not see the edge at a glance. Chu Wei walked in. As soon as he entered, this huge door fell down with a bang. At the same time, countless lights lit up in the entire tower in an instant. Chu Wei could clearly see that there were rooms after rooms in the tower. These rooms seemed to be made of steel. Chu Wei frowned and then pushed open a room. Just after pushing open the room, a huge shadow suddenly fell heavily from Chu Wei's head. Sneak attack. Chu Wei's eyes turned cold and his body jumped to the side. Chu Wei's speed was too fast, just like a shadow. Boom, with a sound, the thing that attacked Chu Wei hit the place where Chu Wei just stood. It was the tail of a huge steel scorpion. Chu Wei looked forward and saw a steel scorpion several meters high standing in the middle of the room. The scorpion was made of machines. It was a mechanical scorpion. Chu Wei moved his feet and rushed towards the scorpion, and lightning flashed on his right hand. The mechanical scorpion turned its body, and 2 pincers that were larger than Chu Wei's body went directly towards Chu Wei. Chu Wei dodged it with a flick of his body, pointed his toes at the ground, and his whole body flew up. His right hand full of lightning directly punched the scorpion's head. With a sound of boom, the head of the mechanical scorpion was directly blown up, and it was full of machine parts. At the same time, the whole body of the mechanical scorpion collapsed at once and did not move. Ding. The host kills the monster in the room and gains 1 point of strength attribute value. The current strength attribute value is 101 points, which can cause a physical attack power of 110,000 kilograms. Chu Wei was standing on the head of the scorpion at this moment. He looked at the body of the mechanical scorpion under his feet and said, "A scorpion at the 9th level of spiritual energy dared to sneak attack me. It's really looking for death." Lightning lit up under Chu Wei's feet. He raised his feet and stomped hard. The red lightning instantly spread from Chu Wei's feet to the entire mechanical scorpion. With a boom sound, the several meter high mechanical scorpion was instantly broken into pieces by lightning and became machine parts one by one. Chu Wei looked at the whole room indifferently. There seemed to be nothing else in the room except this big scorpion. Chu Wei walked out and opened the door of another room. As soon as he opened the door, there was a big mechanical snake inside, which was probably also at the 9th level of spiritual energy. Chu Wei moved his hand and summoned a red lightning that directly split the big snake into a pile of machine parts. Super God system becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Shu Xiang ZK. Chapter 135. Ding. The host kills the monster in the room and gains 1 point of physical strength. The current physical strength attribute is 81 points, which can form a defense against attacks with a force of less than 8,100 kilograms. Note, when it reaches 100 points, the special skill for physical strength will be activated. Chu Wei looked at this room. This room was the same as the previous room. The whole room was like a huge steel cell. There was nothing else except this strange snake. Is this place just for me to fight monsters and upgrade? Chu Wei frowned and thought, but then he remembered what the system said when it brought him in. This 9-story extreme tower seemed to help him quickly improve his strength. But, these monsters are too weak. They are all with aura level 9, and killing one only costs 1 attribute value. You must know that when you kill mutant beasts in the mutated forest, mutant beasts with aura level 9 can get at least several attribute points or 10 points. By the way, the system has said that there is a boss on each floor, so go find the boss. The attribute values given by the boss must be better than these. Chu Wei walked out of the room and searched the entire first floor. In fact, the entire first floor was filled with rooms one after another. However, except for the monsters in the rooms, there was nothing on the entire first floor. There was no way, so Chu Wei had to open the room again. It seemed that he needed to search room by room. This time Chu Wei just opened the room. Ding. The system prompts that the elite monster 3-headed blazing dog has been found. After killing it, equipment will appear, and there is a certain chance that an artifact will appear. Chu Wei's eyes lit up. Although he still didn't know what the so-called artifact was, since the system said it was an artifact, he thought it was a good thing. Chu Wei looked up and saw a group of huge vicious dogs in front of him, each one as big as a lion. Especially the one in the middle has 3 heads and 3 tails. It looked at Chu Wei fiercely, and there seemed to be a fierce red light in its eyes. It looked like a ferocious beast at first glance. It is the elite monster prompted by the system. Ouch! The 3-headed flame dog howled. The group of vicious dogs in the room seemed to have heard the order. After hearing the order, they all immediately pounced on Chu Wei. Looking at the group of vicious dogs coming towards him, Chu Wei didn't even blink his eyelids. He pushed forward with his right hand, and a raging fire was pushed out from his hand. Like a raging sea of fire, the group of vicious dogs were instantly drowned. When the fire disappeared, the group of vicious dogs disappeared with it. Ding. The host killed 9 evil dogs and obtained a spiritual energy value of 10,000. The current spiritual energy value is 10,000/8 million. Seeing that his men were wiped out by Chu Wei's move, the 3-headed flame dog howled ferociously again, with blazing fire rising from its body, making it look majestic. I saw its 3 dog heads opening their mouths together, and 3 blazing flames headed directly towards Chu Wei. Although this is a systematic dream space, these monsters are just like real ones, with fierce power and momentum. I'm afraid your fire is not as strong as mine. Chu Wei snorted coldly, and also summoned a flame and blasted it directly. Several flames collided in the middle, and a huge flame cloud instantly rose. Then Chu Wei's flame directly defeated the 3 flames of the 3-headed blazing dog, burning the 3-headed blazing dog who specialized in playing with fire to ashes. Ding. The host kills elite level monsters and gains 5 physical attribute points. The current physical attribute value is 86 points. At the same time, the place where the 3 blazing dogs died flashed white light. Chu Wei was stunned. Could it be that he killed monsters and exploded equipment? The system had prompted this before. Chu Wei immediately walked over and saw a scimitar in the white light. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Super God system becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Shu Xiangzike. Chapter 136. The equipment is really awesome. Chu Wei picked it up, but the next second he felt that this monster with the strength of a first-level mutant beast was full of rubbish. As a weapon refiner, he could tell at a glance that the scimitar was just a first-level weapon. In the eyes of Chu Wei, what was this kind of thing if it wasn't garbage? Just when Chu Wei wanted to throw it away, the system prompt sounded, all the unwanted equipment obtained in the 9-story extreme tower can be recycled into exchange value. When the host passes the 9th floor, the exchange value can be used in use the top level to exchange for clearance rewards. Exchange value. What the hell, since it's useful when clearing levels, just recycle it? Ding. The host was recovered successfully, and 10 points of exchange value were obtained. The scimitar in Chu Wei's hand disappeared directly and was recovered by the system. By the way, I just heard the system report that my physical strength is already 86 points, and I am only 14 points away from activating the physical strength specific skills. Chu Wei's mind lit up. He had seen the Arm of Power, an exclusive skill with strength value. Chu Wei was still looking forward to the exclusive skill with physical strength value. Chu Wei walked out of this door and opened another door. He didn't know how many rooms there were in total. Chu Wei believed that it was very easy to get more than 10 points of physical strength. In this room are a group of fist-sized fly monsters, with the largest one in the middle, which is as tall as a person. This was the first time Chu Wei saw such a big fly. Seeing such a large group of flies, Chu Wei felt his scalp hairy. You must know that flies like to eat shit, which is more or less disgusting. Chu Wei quickly waved his hand, and a flame was thrown out, and the fly with the highest spiritual energy level 9 immediately turned into ashes. Ding. The host killed 161 fly monsters and was rewarded with a spiritual energy value of 20,000. The current spiritual energy value is 30,000/8 million. Ding. The host kills a fly leader and is rewarded with 2 physical points. The current physical strength is 88 points. Come on, it looks like I'm going to get the exclusive skill for physical strength soon. Chu Wei smiled, and after exiting the room, he started to push the door wildly to enter other rooms. He started his mode of quickly killing monsters and gaining experience. Ding. The host kills a spider monster and will be rewarded with 10,000 spiritual energy points. Ding. The host kills the black fire white tiger and will be rewarded with 5 points of physical strength. Ding. The host kills the black iron giant bear and is rewarded with 5 points of strength attribute value. Ding. The host kills. Bite. 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 After Chu Wei killed a shark monster in a room full of sea water, Chu Wei's physical strength finally reached 100 points. Ding. The system prompts that the host's physical strength has reached 100 points, activate the special physical skills, and the blood is boiling. The latest panel of the host is as follows. Strength, 120 points, the attack power it can cause is 12,000 pounds. Physical strength, 100 points, able to defend against attacks with a force of less than 10,000 kilograms. Agility, 61 points, 32 attacks per second. Spirit, 10 points. You can clearly feel all movements within 10 meters. Wisdom, 15 points. Note, the host can independently consume wisdom points to obtain various professional knowledge, and can also use wisdom points to ask questions to the system. Aura value, 200,000/8 million. The current level 1 realm of superpowers. Main attribute points, 11 points. It's only 11/100 to upgrade to the next version of the system. Host abilities, Red Lightning, Fire, Dark Water. Host physique, Half Dragon. Host skills, Aura Finger Gun, Suction Hand. Host specific skill, Arm of Power. The Blood Boils. Host equipment, Chopping Knife, Steel, and Wood Armor. Host consumables, Chi Blood Pill, Fire Phoenix Blood Pill, Blood Recovery Pill, and a Self-Destruction Rune. Host occupation, Level 2 Weapon Refiner, Level 1 Formation Engraver. Super God System becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Xu Xiangzike. Chapter 137. Chu Wei casually glanced at his latest panel. After killing so many monsters this time, the biggest changes on the panel were the strength and physical attributes. The strength attribute value increased by 20 points. The physical attribute value increased by 19 points, from 81 points directly to 100 points. Feeling that the strength in his body has increased again, Chu Wei also felt that this wave of improvement made his strength 1/10 greater than before. If he could knock 10 cows away with one punch before, now he can knock 11 away. Hurry up and try your new skills. Chu Wei is no longer particularly concerned about these things such as strength attribute values. Chu Wei's mind moved, and a piece of information directly flowed to Chu Wei's brain. The newly acquired exclusive skills have been directly learned through the system. Blood boiling activate the whole body's blood and chi, which can make the cultivator's blood and chi active to the peak in a short period of time. If the body is injured in this state, it will heal infinitely, except for fatal injuries. Infinite healing of wounds, which is equivalent to always being in a full blood state. Except for fatal injuries. What is considered fatal injury? Chu Wei tilted his head to understand the meaning of this skill. Maybe it's the head that's falling off that counts as fatal damage, Chu Wei smiled. It seems that this is a super tanky skill. But think about it. The physical attribute value originally represents defense, and its exclusive skill must be tanky. Chu Wei nodded. Although this skill did not enhance his combat power, but resistance is also a kind of strength. Although Chu Wei thought so. But in fact, Chu Wei still felt that this exclusive skill of physical value was not as good as the exclusive skill of strength value. After all, he is now the boss among the bosses in Taiyuan City. Who can beat him? But getting a skill is better than having no skill. Chu Wei had to think so in the end. Then, Chu Wei started looking for the boss of this layer again. Finally, in a huge room like a laboratory, Chu Wei finally found this boss. It was a zombie dressed like a doctor. The strength was about level 3 of the superpower realm. Chu Wei held the slashing knife in his hand, and the battle was over with a slash. Ding! The host successfully killed a lord of a layer. Reward agility attribute value of 10 points. Main attribute value of 5 points. Aura value of 200,000. Clearance exchange value of 20 points. Chu Wei listened to the report calmly, without any fluctuations in his heart. After a while, Chu Wei said lightly, "System, your dream space is too humming rubbish. The monsters here have no game experience at all." Chu Wei looked at the zombie doctor on the ground. For such a boss, even if he came to fight, it would be a gift of experience. Not to mention the soldiers killed before, they were so weak that I didn't want to kill them. Of course, the monsters here were originally made by the system to make itself stronger quickly. But, it's so lonely to be invincible all the time. After hearing this, the system said, "The host has expanded." Chu Wei was stunned, then coughed, and said, "It's lonely at the top. I wouldn't be so awesome if I had known it earlier." Host, when did you become so good at pretending to be awesome? Is it because of your strength that you have fallen? Chu Wei. Ding. System prompts that the host has entered the 9-story extreme tower for 2 hours, and the host's consciousness is about to return to the real world. No words were spoken that night. The next day, early in the morning, all the students participating in the inter-school competition had gathered in the school square, and they were about to set off. Super God System becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Shu Xiang Zk. Chapter 138. Students, today we will go to NATO City to participate in the joint school competition. At this moment of departure, I hope everyone must remember that you are representing the entire Taiyuan City Ziyuling Academy this time, so everyone must work hard. After the principal Longfang gave an exciting speech on the stage, the representatives of Taiyuan City Ziyuling Academy finally boarded the spiritual energy bus under the leadership of Longfang and set off for the NATO City competition. This time, in addition to the principal Longfang personally leading the team, there are also a dozen guards with strength reaching the 9th level of spiritual energy and 2 with strength reaching the realm of superpowers. The students who went to participate in the competition today are all top students in the school, so in terms of protection, almost most of the school's combat power was dispatched. Of course, the 2nd level mutant beast Red Bird will not be dispatched. Although the Red Bird is powerful, its responsibility is to protect the school. Brother Chu, Brother Chu. Just after getting on the bus, Chu Wei, who was sitting in the last row of the spiritual energy bus, heard someone calling him at the front of the bus. The voice was none other than his roommate Tang Chao, the guy who broke the news about Chu Wei's daily life to attract Chu Wei's fans. Make way. Brother Chu and I know each other, we are good friends. Tang Chao, who was at the front of the bus, quickly squeezed next to Chu Wei. Why are you here? Chu Wei was a little surprised. He. I'm from the school's publicity department. The classmate in charge of publicity this time suddenly fell ill, so I asked the teacher for permission and came here. Surprised. Chu Wei said speechlessly, very unexpected. Don't say that, Brother Chu, don't worry, I'm here this time. I will report your heroic performance in the inter-school competition for you, and your fans will definitely increase sharply by then. Chu Wei shook his head speechlessly, but it felt pretty good to be with this roommate. Although everyone in the bus knew Chu Wei didn't know many people, except Mo Kongxiu next to him, that is, Tang Chao who suddenly appeared just now. Mo Kongxiu glanced at Tang Chao lightly, with a cold expression on her face, as if she had this expression to everyone except Chu Wei. Tang Chao didn't care. On the contrary, he sat opposite Chu Wei and kept giving Chu Wei a look. That look clearly said, you and the cold class flower are now a couple. When will I reveal something? Chu Wei couldn't stand his look and had to turn his head to look out the window. In addition to Tang Chao's joining today, Chu Wei was a little surprised. This person was the weapon refining teacher Yang Xiao. Chu Wei didn't expect that this white-bearded teacher who often asked him about weapon refining like a student would go with him. And I heard that it was specially invited by the principal, as for the reason, no one knew. However, according to the previous rules, ordinary teachers would not go, even Chu Wei's class teacher did not go. And this time when Chu Wei entered the realm of the superpower, when Chu Wei looked at Yang Xiao again, Chu Wei's heart actually felt vaguely that there seemed to be a very powerful force in the other party's body. Even he felt palpitations about this power. But Yang Xiao only looked like a level 3 psychic, with the same strength as Principal Longfang. Is it my illusion? Chu Wei looked at Yang Xiao with a slight frown. Yang Xiao seemed not to notice Chu Wei was looking at him, as he was joking with the principal. However, when Chu Wei turned his eyes away from Yang Xiao said to himself, what a kid, he almost saw through my disguised strength. I didn't expect this kid's strength to improve again. He is really a monster. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Super God System becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Shu Xiang Zk. Chapter 139. The Linky bus is extremely fast. After leaving Taiyuan City, it will pass through other small towns almost every hour or two. It was Chu Wei's first time out of Taiyuan City, and he saw many dangerous scenes outside along the way. There are many mutant beasts on the road outside. They are fighting each other, and some have humans in their mouths. The scene is very scary. And sometimes there are groups of zombies chasing some mutant beasts. Seeing these scenes, the students in the bus screamed in surprise from time to time. Tang Qiao, who was opposite Chu Wei, was even more exaggerated. When he saw these scenes, he was so frightened that he wanted to hug Chu Wei, a strong man. Looking at these classmates, Chu Wei shook his head. In his opinion, these mutant beasts and zombies were not scary at all, and they were very cute. Because in Chu Wei's eyes, these are just attribute points and spiritual energy values. They are all the raw materials for him to become stronger. 3 days later, Chu Wei and his classmates finally arrived at their destination, Nato City. This is a city with a population of 1 million, several times larger than Taiyuan City. Brother Chu, let's go, I'll take you out to have fun. As soon as Chu Wei put down his luggage in the hotel provided by the school, Tang Qiao opened the door and walked in. Are you familiar with this place? Of course, my mother's family is from here, so I also have a registered residence in a big city. Chu Wei was also bored, so he followed Tang Qiao out. The two came to the street. Tang Qiao was indeed very familiar with this place. Along the way, he kept explaining to Chu Wei the buildings here and some important figures in the past. After the two of them were tired from walking, they casually came to a small restaurant to eat. As soon as I entered, I heard a mocking voice, "Ouch! Isn't this our soup pustule? Why did you come to Nato City again today? Haven't you learned how to behave in the past few years?" Ha ha ha. There was a burst of harsh laughter, and 4 or 5 young people just came out of the restaurant and met Chu Wei and the others at the door. Chu Wei frowned. This group of people were obviously laughing at Tang Qiao next to him. Tang Qiao's face turned red. Don't go too far. Excessive? This pustule actually dares to say that we are excessive? It seems that we have to teach him the principles of life. It seems that he has forgotten how he begged for mercy in front of us. It seems that we need to help him have a good memory. Several young people laughed proudly, just like Tang Qiao cried for his father and mother when he was beaten by them before. After hearing this, Tang Qiao's face turned even redder and he was very embarrassed. His grandfather was from Nato City, so he would come here often when he was a child. However, the group of people in front of him often bullied him, and they only punched and kicked him lightly. Once, I even forced him to drink urine. At the same time, he was thrown into the manure pit. He also laughed at him because he came from a rural area and shouldn't go to the city. In fact, Tang Qiao knew that these people looked down on him, a person born in a small place in Taiyuan City, just because he was born in a big city, even if his grandfather was from Nato City. In fact, Tang Qiao also thought about revenge, but he was not strong enough. The opponents were all with spiritual energy level 5 or above, so he was no match for him. Tang Qiao clenched his fists tightly and his face became increasingly red. Hey, look, this pustule actually brought a country bumpkin with him this time. Yeah, he looks quite human-like. One of the young men saw Chu Weikang's handsomeness and spoke with some jealousy in his heart. When Chu Wei heard this, he roughly understood what was going on, and he said coldly to the young man who was mocking him, "If you slap yourself in the face and apologize now, I can consider letting you go." Super God system becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Shu Xiangzike. Chapter 140. The young men on the opposite side were stunned, and then laughed loudly. "Oh my God, this country bumpkin is so arrogant. Did you hear it? He actually told me to slap myself in the face. Awesome, awesome." Haha. Really a country bumpkin, do you think this is Taiyuan City? How dare you be so arrogant? The young men shook their heads together, their eyes full of disdain. Chu Wei looked at the young man indifferently. The young man saw Chu Wei looking at him, and the indifferent look made him very uncomfortable, so he shouted, "Country bumpkin, you dare to stare at me, I will beat you to death." As he said that, he slapped Chu Wei in the face. Chu Wei didn't move at all, and slapped him with his backhand. The young man on the opposite side didn't see clearly how Chu Wei made the move, and was slapped by Chu Wei and spun 720 degrees in the air. When he fell to the ground, he was unconscious, and it is estimated that at least half of his teeth fell out. The remaining young men on the opposite side were stunned, and they didn't expect Chu Wei to be so good. "Everyone, come together. If you dare to hit Giai, let's go together and beat him so hard that even his father won't recognize him." Several young men rushed forward. However, Chu Wei slapped them continuously, and the few people who rushed over were immediately slapped 720 degrees and lay on the ground. Looking at the young men wailing on the ground in front of him, Chu Wei's eyes were full of disdain. "If this kind of trash is not asking for it, I really don't want to do it." Seeing this, Tang Chao next to him was full of excitement. Although he didn't do it just now, he felt so happy to see this group of enemies being beaten. "Tang Chao, do you want to be bullied by others?" Chu Wei asked suddenly. Tang Chao was stunned, then nodded, "Of course I do." "Then go up now and step on each of them hard on the face." Tang Chao was stunned. Although he had thought about revenge many times, now that the enemy was in front of him, he couldn't move his feet. This is because he is weak and cowardly and has never beaten anyone. Maybe he is used to being beaten. Tang Chao hesitated. Chu Wei said, "Do you know what I was like when I was beaten before? No matter whether I can beat them or not, I will definitely fight back fiercely, even if I am crippled, because I am brave. Because I am not a coward, because if I choose to be a coward, I will be bullied for the rest of my life." Tang Chao's eyes flashed, and he whispered to himself, "Be bullied for the rest of my life. I don't want it." Tang Chao gritted his teeth and walked forward. Coming in front of a young man who used to like to bully him the most, Tang Chao raised his foot. "Tang Nongbao, if you dare to step on me, I promise to make you pay the price," the young man roared. But a ruthless look flashed in Tang Chao's eyes, and he stepped on him without hesitation. Afterwards, Tang Chao stomped on the other young men several times, shouting as he stomped, "Damn it, you once bullied me. You want me to drink urine? Call me a pustule. I'll trample you to death." Ah! Ouch! Several young men at the scene wailed. When the two men had almost finished fighting, Chu Wei and Tang Chao walked away. After walking across a street, Tang Chao suddenly said, "Thank you, Brother Chu. Today I feel like a man. It's worth it even if I get beaten to death in the future." Chu Wei smiled, "Don't worry, they don't have that ability."